Well guys, Ryan Lebron here. I am at Walmart Cross Dock in Memphis, Tennessee. For those of you that are not really familiar with this area, the address is 1980 Getwell Road, Memphis, Tennessee. It is at a Walmart. It's basically a cross dock. It's not a regular Walmart warehouse. It's a cross dock. And of all you truck drivers that are watching this video, you'll know exactly what that is. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this video is because I was sent here to pick up a preloaded trailer, and I get here doing all the check and everything, and come to find out, for the first time in my entire 13 years of being out here on the road, I come up on a situation where we got 4 bad tires on the same axle at the same time. And I've never had that. Now I've had 1 or 2 tires that were kind of, one tire that was maybe bad, a couple tires that might have been flat. But guys, these are 4 tires. 3 tires are completely blown out. I mean, bad blown out, where you can see that they have been dragged across pavement. And 1 tire looks like it's good, but it's flat. And even the service truck guy said it's flat. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around and pay attention to the work, because according to this guy, it's mostly the yard driver's fault for dragging these trailers across the pavement. He even said that what happens is the yard drivers just hook to these trailers and go. They do not give any time for the air pressure to reach the axles of the trailer to release the brakes. He just hooks and go. That being said, let's turn the camera around and watch this man replace 4 tires on 1 axle. That is going to cost me the rest of my day today. So for all you yard drivers watching this, who are responsible for just hooking and going and not giving the air time to release, thank you for costing me a half of a day's work. That right rear outside is the one that... Oh yeah, I figured such. Yep, just as I thought. A while ago when I picked this one up, that bad spot was on the very bottom. You couldn't see it, and all you could see on the outside was this right here. But just as I suspected, we literally got 4 bad tires. All of them got drag spots like this on the same axle at the same time. And according to the service truck guy, the one that's doing the tire work, he said he has literally watched yard drivers hook to the trailer and go, never given time for the air pressure to reach the back end to release the brakes. So thank you to all you yard drivers who just hook and go, for just now costing me about 5 hours work today. This was the one on the left rear outside. If you notice, see a bald spot right there, flat spot. And for those of you that don't know, that flat spot or that bald spot, whatever you want to call it, is legitimately a DOT violation. If a cop wants to get super picky and he's got an itchy ticket finger, you're going to get in trouble for that. So anyway, I have 4 hours and 15 minutes left on my clock when I got here today. And now I'm down to 3 hours right now, and he just got here and just got started. So I'm going to lose the rest of my day right here in Memphis, Tennessee. And boss, I hope you don't mind, but I'm shooting a video of this for my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be real careful not to get your face in the video.
There you go.
I don't get people's face in the video unless I ask first.
Let me do that. I don't want to be on no YouTube.
I understand.
I worked at a prison. I learned a long time ago. Don't never take no pictures.
Ah, gotcha.
I worked at a prison for 5 years. You don't ever do something wrong, don't never take a picture.
I understand. And while the air pressure is bleeding out of that tire, he goes and takes another tire off. I don't know if you heard what he said about being in the video. And if you did not hear what he said, then I am not going to repeat it. But he did let me know that he didn't want to be inside the video. Well, there it goes. That one didn't even have the seal on it. It's just hanging on the wheel.
So that put a hole in it.
Yeah, it did.
Every bit of air shot right out. And like a fall. There you go.
2 tires on the same spot, right? Left rear outer, left rear inner. And now we're about to attack the right side. Right rear outer, right rear inner. So I guess I made the right call by asking for 4 of them, huh?
Yes, sir. When you told me they were drugs, I knew this. They all had flat spots. But when they said over here at Walmart, get well, I knew.
Boss, this is worse than just flat spots.
Yeah.
I mean, that looked like it's been drug around a while.
That's what I'm telling you. They take off foot of it. They don't never think about it.
And the bad part is the tread depth is still good.
They new tires. That's a new trailer.
I believe it. I believe it. And that tire right there is just hanging off the wheel too. Go ahead and get that, boss. Go ahead and get that.
Hello?
This man tells me he's been doing tire work for about 16 years. He's almost guaranteeing that it won't take him an hour to do all 4 tires. I'm trying to be very careful not to get the man's face in the video because he's done told me he doesn't want that. I'm going to pause the video for just a moment because he's on another important phone call and there's not really a lot going on right now. So I'm going to come right back to you. Two tires are currently being bled. And believe it or not, many cases, these tire guys have to do this kind of work on the side of the road with almost no shoulder to work with. And other cars and pickup trucks and big trucks just flying by, never even switching lanes to get out of their way. That's when the work gets dangerous. My word, that one looked big. Damn. That one got really bad toasted.
Yeah, they got those.
Woo! It looked like the two inside tires got it the worst. So the two inside tires, the right rear inside and the left rear inside, is the two tires that got nailed the worst. The two on the outside got hit, as you can see on that bottom corner right there, but not as bad as the ones on the inside. And now he's going to work on taking all four tires off the wheels and changing them out with new tires. Or should I say recaps, new recaps. That's one way to break the seal.
Oh, yeah.
Do this work completely different outside, away from a shop, but if you're inside the shop and you have all them fancy tools, oh man, you cooking already?
Oh, yeah.
How'd that commercial a long time ago, cooking with Crisco?
I'm cooking with that lot of soap, baby. Little water, look. Just add a little cup of water with it, let it melt.
I just love talking with these black folks that believe in the old ways.
See, you ain't got to work hard no more. Watch this. You ain't got to work hard no more. Just about a time.
I just love talking with these black folks that still do things the old way. It's just so refreshing to me. There it goes.
You ain't got to get them bars no more. Watch this time.
I'll be dang. Like a magician doing a magic trick.
Man, back there.
Well, all four tires are completely unmounted or dismounted. Now get them out of the way and put new ones on. I'm just glad I made the right call by asking for 4 of them.
Oh, yeah. I was going to bring 4 anyway.
I appreciate that. And this one here was on the left rear outer. It took the less blunt, but it still got hit pretty good. As you can see, that drag mark. And the rest of the tread depth is just fine. So for all of you people who hook to these trailers, please give the air pressure a few minutes to reach the rear axles of the trailer. So that way it helps prevent stuff like this. Please allow all the air pressure to reach the trailer axles so that way you can properly release the brakes. And in the core of winter, like we are right now, it's at the end of January 2022, so we're still in the core of winter, and there's a possible chance that the brakes might freeze on you due to ice buildup. Take a few minutes out, reach up under them trailer axles with a sledgehammer, and knock on the brake pads just a little bit, and you should be able to knock all the ice off to be able to release the brakes. Don't just hook and go. Take a moment out, look under there, and see if there's ice holding them brakes down. If there is, take a hammer and beat on the brake shoes a little bit. 9 times out of 10, it'll pop the ice loose and you'll be good to go. And now we're getting 4 new recap tires, or retread if you want to call them that way. For those of you that don't know, this is right here is what is parts of the auto inflator. If something's not quite right to the trailer, you don't have to worry about taking the valve stem and checking the valve stem. This right here feeds air directly from the inside the axle into the tire, and it helps to keep the tires aired up. When everything's working properly, man, I tell you what, it's like magic. But if something's wrong with those auto inflators, oh my God, it's a headache. And he's putting a new retread on. So let's go ahead and focus back on this. You already greased it up.
Oh yeah. Can't do nothing right.
Yeah, Creek Carrier is going to love paying for this bill. 4 new retread tires, all at the same time, on the same doggone trailer, in the same night. And they're going to have to pay these guys right here for coming out on a Saturday night when the shop is closed on weekends. Can you imagine what kind of bill that's going to be for an after-hours ticket when they're normally closed? I don't even want to think about having to pay that kind of bill. It's just about done putting one tire back on already. And pop goes the weasel. There it goes. Now for this one. Oh, that one went on smoother.
I got a better, bigger bomb.
Ah,
Boom, more safe.
more leverage.
Yeah.
I do apologize for not catching this man's face in the video, but he's asked me not to do that. That one wanted to be a stubborn teenager. So when they act like that, I refer to them as teenagers because they just want to be stubborn. And when that happens, you have to be a little bit forceful and you have to treat it in such a way that you may not want to treat it. But you still have to make it work. Now this is the part that I like watching. That little air tank right there does a little pop trick. It forces the tire to seal on the wheel, and then he can just air it up within just a couple of minutes. I'm always amazed at how that little tank thing does that. You ain't got to put that flow tank on it?
Yeah. Sometimes they'll check. That one ain't gonna care about the suit.
Just like that, the tire is forced to seal up against the wheel. I don't know how that works, but every time they put that blow tank on it, it literally pops the seal in place. All right. Back on the rear axle. So I'm going to go ahead and close this video out up in this area right here. And just word to you yard drivers, from now on when you're picking these trailers up anywhere in the yard or up against the dock or wherever, and I realize all you're doing is moving them a few hundred feet across the yard, please, for the love of God, let the air pressure reach the rear axle in order to release the brakes before you pull the trailer. Please. Over and out, guys. Hey guys, Ryan Lebron here. As of this section of the video, I am at Love's Truck Stop, just a little bit east of Little Rock, Arkansas. What is more commonly known as North Little Rock. I don't know why they call it North Little Rock, because you're not north of Little Rock. You're actually a little east of it. Anyway, that's not the point. Last night I started this particular video shooting or filming, if you will, the tire repair service guy replacing 4 trailer axles on the trailer that I'm hauling now. And I don't know if the audio came out clear in the video last night, simply due to the noise of the air compressor on the guy's truck. So because I'm not sure if the audio came out clear enough, I'm doing this section of the video to reiterate some of the things I said last night. That being said, the guy that was replacing the tires on this particular trailer explained to me that he has seen it many times, that when a yard driver, and when I use the reference yard driver, for all you truck drivers out there, you know what that means. But for those of you who are not truck drivers and you're watching this video, basically what a yard driver does, those are the guys that go to this warehouse and they will drive the trucks for like maybe they work at Walmart distribution center, or maybe they work at Lowe's distribution center or Home Depot distribution center, whatever. They go to that particular distribution center and they will drive the trucks on the yard there at that company, and they never get out on the highway with it unless they're going to go to the local truck stop and fuel the truck up, and then they come right back to the distribution center. Their job, 98% of their job, revolves around moving trailers around on that particular yard, and that's it. Henceforth the term yard driver. Now that I've explained that to the person that is not a truck driver, the guy that was replacing the trailer tires on this trailer last night explained to me that he has seen many. Now, let me do this. Okay, yeah, that's better. The guy that was replacing the trailer tires on this particular trailer last night has explained to me that he has seen many times where a yard driver will hook up the service lines or the air lines of the trailer. Just hook it up, go. They never ever take time out to hook up the air lines and allow the air pressure time to flow through the air lines to the back end of the trailer in order to release the brakes off of the wheels. So what happens is, by not allowing the air time to travel to the back end of the trailer and not allowing time for the brakes to fully release, when they go pull the trailers down across the yard, instead of the tires rolling along with the friction and the travel, the tires will literally drag across the pavement or the gravel, henceforth creating drag spots in the tire, creating flat spots in the tire, and eventually blowing the tires completely out. And unfortunately, it causes the truck driver, someone like myself, to lose a bunch of time, because now we have to call a service truck to replace those tires. Every once in a while, the truck driver gets lucky enough and the bald spots are not too terribly bad, and we can get going down the highway with it. However, here's the problem with that. A lot of times, the bald spot may not be that bad on the tire, so we can go ahead and take it anyway. But because the tread has been scraped at that particular spot, we get going down the highway at 60 miles an hour or 65 miles an hour or 70 miles an hour, or however fast you're going, and the heat and friction buildup of the tire causes that little flat spot to wear thinner and thinner and thinner. And eventually, you have a trailer blowout on the highway. So here's the bottom line, guys. If you are a yard driver watching this video, or if you're watching this video and you know a yard driver, please, for the love of God, when you're hooking to these trailers, for you yard drivers out there watching this video, and if you know a yard driver, please let them know. For the love of God, when you hook to these trailers, give it just a minute or so. Don't just hook and go. Give it a minute or so. Let the airflow travel all the way to the back end of the trailer. let the trailer brakes release. It only takes anywhere from 60 seconds to 120 seconds, about a minute or two. That's all it takes. Roughly 1 to 2 minutes. That's all it takes. And then you can properly release the brakes, and that way when you pull the trailer, the wheels will turn. Henceforth, preventing the drag marks or the rub marks on the tire, and it helps prevent the tires from blowing out that much faster. Now, if you're in the core of winter, perhaps you're one of these yard drivers that you're a little bit more careful with these things, so you do actually give the airflow time to get back to the trailer axles. Perhaps you're one of those that do think about that. But you're in the core of winter, and there's a big chance that the brakes have frozen up due to ice buildup. That's not a problem. Guys, it doesn't take but just a moment to get a hammer, crawl up under the axles of the trailer, and tap a little bit on the brakes. Just tap on them just a little bit. It doesn't take much. I promise it does not take much. You tap on that ice just a little bit, and you'd be surprised at how fast the brakes will just pop loose. Then once again, you're free to go, and while you're going, the tires will roll. Henceforth, once again, preventing drag marks. Anyway, the only reason I'm doing this section of the video is because last night when I was talking about this, I was having to talk over the sound of the air compressor that was on the truck, and I'm not sure if all the audio came in clear enough. Anyway, so that's that about this. That's really the best way I can sum that up. So I'll catch y'all later on down the road in another portion of this video. Over and out for now. Catch you later.